So Yemen has a very important role to play in Akhir Zaman, and those who have been traitors to Islam, they have to be scared of Yemen. Because it's coming. The fire is coming. The fire is coming.
Basically, Yamani is a righteous person who emerges from Yemen, from the land of Yemen. He calls onto the path of Imam Mahdi, and he will carry a banner to support the mission of the Mahdi. He's a sincere man. He's not a person who's looking for political gains, political interests, or having a political agenda. He sincerely rises to call people to the Mahdi.
اليوم وصاعدة تحت إمكانية القصف الصاروخي والاستهداف الصاروخي لأهداف مهمة فيه، فيجب أن ينظر إليه إلى أنه بلد غير آمن، أدخل نفسه في مشكلة وأدخل نفسه في حرب. اليوم يمكن للنظام الإماراتي أن يراجع حساباته.
Independent Islamic Republic.
Things are getting heated in the Red Sea. Houthis continue to attack merchant ships, and the United States has issued an ultimatum to the Houthis. What the Americans want is, firstly, Houthis should immediately stop their attacks on merchant ships. Secondly, to quickly release the captured crew members or the ships that have been collected. And thirdly, if the Houthis don't do so, they will have to bear consequences. Today's United States is a desperate United States. It talks about maintaining a rules-based order, and all those who break that order must be punished. However, the United States never punishes Israel for breaking this so-called international order. All Houthis are doing is attacking merchant ships bound for Israel in order to get Israel to stop war crimes in Gaza, because the United States isn't doing anything about the situation, so the Houthis have taken it upon themselves to preserve the rules-based international order. Anyway, despite the ultimatum, the Houthis weren't very happy with the ultimatum and directly warned the United States not to escalate the situation, and at the same time warned other Arab countries not to join the United States.
إذا كانت السعودية والإمارات ستكون جزء من أي تحالف للعدوان على اليمن والتصعيد ضد اليمن، فأنا أقول لك بكل صراحة لن نبقي في السعودية والإمارات لا على حقل نفط ولا على حقل غاز، وسنستهدف كل السفن التي تنقل النفط.
Houthis are very confident. They have Iran behind them, and the Houthis also stand on a moral high ground, unlike many Arab nations we see today. The moral high ground, that is the struggle of the Palestinian people and the people of Gaza against Israel. What's happening to Arab Palestinians is a disgrace to the Arab world. Once upon a time there was Nasser, and then there was Saddam Hussein, who unfortunately got sold out to Americans and then put down by Americans at the same time. And after that, no one in the Arab world stood up to fight Israel for the sake of the Palestinian people, for the survival of the Palestinian people. Now the Houthis are coming out to do this, and they have Iranian backing behind them, so they stand on a very strong moral high ground. It's no secret that leaders in the Arab world, apart from a select few like Algeria, want to be friendly with the United States, and they have a lot of money to make by being friendly with the United States, money as well as protection. Even regional powers such as Saudi Arabia want to maintain friendly relations with the United States despite them joining BRICS. And take for example Saudi Arabia, it's still thinking about establishing ties with Israel.
We protect Saudi Arabia. Would you say they're rich? And I love the king, King Solomon, but I said, King, we're protecting you. You might not be there for 2 weeks without us. You have to pay for your military.
If they refuse, then...
Fired by Houthi militants from Yemen.
If these Gulf regimes openly say they stand with the United States to fight the Houthis, and it won't be just the Houthis being angry, but the entire Muslim world, it's tantamount to helping the West fight its Muslim brothers, its Arab brothers, which doesn't make sense in the Muslim and Arab world. The people of the Muslim world and the Arab world are generally anti-American. Arab people and Muslims in general are disgusted with the United States after so many wars in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and the entire Middle East. If some countries, including Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, clearly side with the United States to fight the Houthis, it will trigger a strong backlash from their own people. Saudi Arabia, of course, is very worried about this, that if it helps the United States and issues an ultimatum against the Houthis, then the Saudi people will march onto the streets and threaten the royal family. So what will happen then? Yep, you guessed it, another Arab Spring, but this time it could be the spring of Imam Mahdi. As it's prophesied that the Imam Mahdi will emerge in Mecca, and at that time there will be no monarchy. Is Abdul Malik al-Houthi the promised Yamani? Is he paving the way for Imam Mahdi? Allah knows best. I could be wrong, but I don't think the ultimatum of the United States will have an effect in the Arab world, at least not for Saudi Arabia, as it clearly knows the consequences of waging war on Houthis. If there is one country though, Bahrain. MashaAllah, Bahrain. Bahrain, a very tiny country, majority Shia population, which is a quick win for Iran. If there's a civil war in that country and the Houthis start spreading fire, you bet the royal family in Bahrain will go very quickly and a pro-Iranian government will take its place. And I don't think the King of Bahrain wants to take a big risk like this, so it might be quiet. My friends, the entire Middle East is changing, and the fire from Yemen prophesied in the prophetic hadiths may well be Iranian missiles and drone technology which the Yemeni Houthis are using. It's unlikely to be a wildfire that gathers people in different camps. It's likely to be the missile technology which the Houthis possess today. The Houthis are giving the United States a massive headache. To fight or not to fight? Also, how to fight? That's the question. Houthis for now are unstoppable. The Houthis controlling the Red Sea will make global trade difficult. You'll see prices rising, countries like India drowning in inflation, and what goes on in the Red Sea will seriously impact the Israeli economy. It already is. Will the Americans keep pumping their tax dollars into Israel? If so, how long? Red Sea is dangerous water. Just as Pharaoh and his chariots drowned in the Red Sea, Netanyahu and his friends will suffer the same fate. We will continue to watch closely what happens next. Assalamu alaikum, have a wonderful night.
So Yemen has a very important role to play in Akhir Zaman, and those who have been traitors to Islam, they have to be scared of Yemen. Because it's coming, the fire is coming, the fire is coming.